Konnichiwa, canal people. Well, good morning. I'm about to run off because I've had a message from Kevin, a friend of mine was our neighbour in the Philippines, and he's travelling up to see us today, but he's actually brought us something to install on the boat. He's surprised us with a new headlamp, so I'm going to run off and go and meet him and bring him back to the boat because he doesn't know exactly where we are. Big shout out and thank you as well to everybody who in the last videos have subscribed and liked and sent us nice messages from all over the world: Australia, the US, Canada, Bermuda. It's been really nice, so keep that coming. I really appreciate that, and it makes it all kind of worthwhile because it's nice to do these things, it's nice to share what we're doing, but the feedback's lovely, so thank you very much. Right, I'm going to run off and go and meet Kevin, and then I'll be back. Alright, so we're about to go through today a very short tunnel. It's only about 396 metres, but 2 weeks ago we were the other side of the Braunston tunnel, which is over 2 kilometres, and we've been through it a couple of times now. It's dark and it leaks, and if there's other boats coming your way, you're squinting to see if you can get past. And I kind of noticed at that particular time that our lights maybe aren't as bright as they could be. But while we were on the one side the day before doing our traditional Saturday 4:30 online, a tradition we've had since we were in the Philippines, I was sending or showing pictures of the boats passing to Kevin, and they had these really nice brass looking lamps mounted directly on the front. A little too much for Badger. But unbeknownst to me, Kevin then went away and did a little bit of research online and found this 1950s police American search lamp. Nice heavy chrome, and it just looks like it would be perfect for Badger. So we're going to install it today. And here's a picture of President Truman in the 50s posing with the same light. Right, so the existing setup, we've got navigation lights on the side for when we cross the Pacific, obviously, and the headlamps here on the left, and then there's another navigation light on the other side and in the center. But as I said, that headlight there isn't exactly Blackpool illuminations, so we'll now see what we're going to get with the police search lamp.
There or the middle?
Good question. So we've gone for right in the centre, Cyclops style, so I reckon that'll work just nicely.
Gonna get busy with the drill.
What do you reckon, Badger? Alright, moment of truth. Is it on?
Getting a bit warm.
Kevin's getting a suntan. Oh yes. Let there be light.
Gadzooks, here comes the home.
Alright, so what we'll do now it's raining, typical. Pack everything away, and then we're going to take Kevin up the tunnel. I should probably rephrase that. Warp speed, Mr. Sulu. So we're going to turn the lights on now before we enter the tunnel, so any boats on the other side will know we're coming.
There's light at the end of the tunnel. As they always say, that's so cliche, but I'm telling you, I can feel it with this one because it's right there. It's not a bad experience at all. I'm actually liking this tunnel. It's nice and short. I just entered and I can already see the end of it. It's not as leaky as I was expecting. We were warned that it was a quite leaky tunnel. So we had Kevin, our friend, install a very bright headlight, a new one. I'm sure you'll see it in the video. Cool. The walls of this tunnel are not that scary either. Some of them, as I said before, they look like they would actually speak back to me. So most times I'm just quiet in here. jogging along, looking around. But this is not a bad experience at all. The thing with tunnels is that when you enter, you're basically at a standstill because you can't do normal activity. So there's no cooking, I can't be on the internet, it's dark.
Hey Kevin, it's dark in here. It's dark in here. You keep your hands to yourself.
Can you imagine that leaking down on you? It would feel like someone peeing down on you, except it would be very cold. That's how much some of them leak. Yay!
Well Kevin, that was a success. Not only have we survived the tunnel and all the leaks that are coming out of the roof. Oh, here's a big one. Alright, so mission accomplished. Hats off to Kevin. But after 8 weeks, another mission. I've not been to a pub since I returned to the UK, and it is now possible. Oh yes. Right, Kevin. Cheers for that. Cheers.
Happy day.
Okay. Well, I'm really happy with that. For a friend of ours to surprise us with a, I mean, we weren't looking for a light because we already had one, but to improve on that considerably with a piece of Americana, a 1950s nostalgic Americana police, 1950s police lamp from the States. It was really cool, and it's really in keeping with stuff that we like.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I like about it most, in that our friend who knows us to a certain extent went out and thought, ooh, this is the life of Badger, and it's also something that both of us would have gone into a shop and say, this has to be on Badger.
100%, yeah.
Because the shape of it, the size of it,
and
the
colour
colour of it, the chrome complements the both, the black and the white and the chrome. And I can't think back to what the Badger looked like before.
Well, we used to stick the Badger, well, when we bought the boat, the Badger was like the centrepiece, but now we've moved the camper van with the herbs in and the Badger on either side of the lamp. It actually looks better when we get more stuff on top of the boat, more plants and stuff. It will flesh it all out a little bit. But
and I like that it's centerpiece as well. You know, of course it needs to.
We originally were going to put it on the left hand side, which is where the other headland. But then I think with some of the smaller tunnels, and some of them get very, very small, it's probably better for it to be directly in the centre, where the tunnel has to be a little higher.
And it helps you gauge as well, with navigating. So I think it's perfect. I really like it.
Are you happier now that it's not as dark when you go through the tunnels?
Yes, I felt a lot more comfortable. There wasn't so much of a fear factor entering under that one, but that Shuley tunnel was a shorter one compared to like the Braunston tunnel. Yeah. So this tunnel, I could actually, from down the canal, before we even entered, I could see the beginning and I could see the ending.
End, all the way through.
I could actually see the light there. So with this brighter reflection,
so when we go back to so when we go back to the Braunston tunnel, we'll give it that'll give it its true test. Yeah. But I think I could already see that the halo was brighter because it had more effect in what was a slightly lighter tunnel.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And I could see the leaks clearer as well, because that was quite a leaky tunnel.
It was. We were warned beforehand. Yeah. But they all leaked to a certain degree. But that one, that one was pretty.
Yeah, this
leaky.
one was like all of it was like part of an effect of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Because it was just coming
like
out
fountains,
on both sides, like
fountains coming out.
Yeah, little fountains. Yeah.
Well, that was good. So, cheers, Kevin. That was a very nice thought. the first of many additions to the boat. Some of them will be well, they're all practical, but some of them will be necessary because we've got a few.
Just take it slowly, and budget, of course.
Yeah,
So
always. Okay, awesome. All right, so that was a quicker, well, it was a sort of a bit of a fill-in video because I'm a bit behind on all of the other editing, but I kind of wanted to get this piece out because we're quite happy with our new addition.
yeah.
It's only a little thing, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's a tiny thing really, but
We're talking about the light,
yeah.
right? Okay, cool.
Yes, just really enhance the whole thing.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the lights, camera, tunnel, and I'll get another video out next week. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers.